John, if you look at the dictionary and look at the word sickener, I suppose you'll probably find this afternoon's result for you. It was a really tough one to take.
Yeah, it was. I thought the first half was fairly even. We had a great opportunity with Charlie Gilmore's header, just couldn't quite get on target, but the players did what we asked, was to be competitive, get about people, be brave on the ball, pass the ball, and I thought for large spells we did that in the whole game. Apart from just that little bit more belief in the last third, which is a confidence thing at the moment, everything went according to plan. Second half we settled in really well, started to up the pace, started to be a bit brave on the last third. Wonderful opportunity for Billy, he's so unlucky, hits it really well, it's inches past the post. And then they go down to 10, you're thinking we could push on, win it, and it looked that way. We felt that we were going to go on and win it, and then we switch off at set play. Mark Ridgers was unbelievable to keep the ball out the net, and then we don't match runners, and that unfortunately probably, I'm sure, the previous coaching staff and the ones that are here today would say sums up our season. It was a game we did not deserve to lose, but we did, because somebody switches off from marking their man and somebody switches off for running in the box, and at this level you can't do that.
I know that it's 2 weeks in a row now you've lost late goals to lose the game, but the Wraith game last week there was plenty of encouraging signs. Did you see shoots of encouragement this afternoon as well?
Well, that's the problem at the moment. We've had 6 matches, 5 defeats, all by 1 goal, and you can look at long spells in every match where we've been as good as, if not the better side, but we're making mistakes at one end and we're not being clinical enough at the other. We need to test the goalkeeper at the other end a bit more, but that's down to confidence and belief. Today it's a set piece that's cost us, and when you're down, when you've got an extra man, you shouldn't be losing goals at set pieces, and that's the sickening aspect of it, because the players done everything we asked them to do in terms of work rate, passion. They're just lacking that little bit of belief. They're just lacking that little bit of confidence. It needs a win, and today, had we nicked it 1-0, what a huge shot in the arm it would have been for the team. Worst case scenario 0-0, it's a decent point, and encouraging, because there's a lot of really encouraging performances out there from players, lots of individual players, and I've said, we wanted them to have that belief, we wanted them to pass the ball, we wanted them to be brave, and they were for large part of it. And it's just, it's one of those, probably every Inverness fan leaving here today will say, well, that just sums up the season, and that's where we are. But you have to battle through it as a player, as a coaching staff, as a fan. You've got to battle through it, and we got great support today. The fans cheered the team on, and it's heartbreaking for them as well, because we simply didn't deserve to lose the game, but we have, and we have to take that in the chin, and we have to move on, because it can't keep going. We need to get a victory, and we need to get a victory quickly.
Is there an update you can give us as sporting director at the club about the search for a new manager? I've
not been sporting director this week. I've been joint interim with Charlie, and that's all we've concentrated on. I'm sure the board will have it in hand. I'm sure they've got a short list, and they may well be interviewing people already. And I would think more than likely that there will be a new person dug out next week.
I know that you've been in charge twice now. Would there be any chance of a third return for John Robertson?
No, not at all. We said that right from the start. I'm sure there was an article by the CEO that neither Charlie and I are being considered. It's about a fresh face coming in, someone with ideas to lift it. And you saw that today. Dundee United are one of the favourites for the league, and we were, I would say, being biased, we were the better side for long spells of that match. So there's quality in there, but right now they need an injection of confidence, and they need to battle out to say, because that's probably the third or fourth game of the season we shouldn't have left with anything less than a point.
I know that you said that the board are obviously they've got the task of finding a new manager in hand. What would you be looking for from a new Caledonian Thistle manager to come in here?
Same as we've had in the past, a winner. We want someone who wants to win games. This is a club built on scrapping up all the way from we're 30 years old next year. We've scrapped it all the way through from the Highland League all the way into the Premiership, into Europe, into winning the Scottish Cup, and that's what we need, someone to come in and lead by example, drive the team forward, and get that little bit of, all this team requires a wee bit here is a wee bit belief, a wee bit confidence, and a big slice of luck, because that's the one thing that certainly deserted us in most games this season.
Well, thanks for your time. Thank you.